Welcome to another episode of the Nameless podcast. I'm Phineas and this is Kuma, and we're just here to talk about whatever comes to mind. So I think this week, actually, a lot happened. I've been really into this book called World War Z, and we talk about it later. But then we've gotten into Tales, the new Tales game, Tales of Arise, and just me getting distracted from that and just playing a completely different game. Also, just Diablo 2 Resurrected coming out. So I think I'll start with I. So I started Tales of Arise, right?
Mm.
Just based on your recommendation, Kuma. Got
What was
about
it?
4 or 5 hours in, and then all of a sudden I just like had some urge to go play Metro Exodus, which is a completely different game, but actually a lot of fun. Actually, just finished it. Thank God.
So you just beat it?
Yeah, I beat it today.
How long did that take?
I spent about 40 hours in it. I
40
thought it was
hours.
only gonna be like 20, 25 hours, and then just kept on going. But yeah, it's normally these aren't my kind of shooters since it's horror,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's done pretty well for the most part. It's got some it's like a Euro jank game. Like it's not totally refined like you'd expect. Like the shooting or something feels a little off. It's like, but it feels fine to play. It just doesn't feel the tightest, you know? So I've played all the Metro games up until now, which was 2033, Last Light, and now Exodus. And you play it. You like horror, just some dark shooter. I think it's pretty good. It's there are times when I was playing that game, it, it was hard for me to play because I was just a little terrified. It's just like whatever's scaring me. Like you wouldn't think so because to give you context, the first two games are like corridor shooters, or they're really linear, and Exodus is open world. So I give them credit; they managed to still make it tense and scary, even though it's open world, and somehow you could still be scared. So kudos to them.
Suddenly, you say you're scared, but you play Resident Evil 2 Remake,
It
and
wasn't
you
that scary.
speedrun it. Really? I thought that was pretty scary.
I was like,
Like,
yeah, zombies. Okay, I'm okay with that.
so Exodus is scarier than Resident
Yes,
Evil Remake.
yeah.
Wow. Okay, okay. Interesting.
I don't know, like I don't know why Resident Evil 2 that remake didn't scare me. It was like maybe because I was having so much fun with it, didn't have time to be scared. I was just really into it. I don't know. That's kind of a weird thing, but yeah, I wasn't scared by it. I was like, yeah, this is just fun. It's tense for sure. I felt tense. I made sure not to listen to anything. Like sometimes when I'm playing games, I have this bad habit of now just like listening to just like podcasts or YouTube videos or anything in the background while I play. So I tried to make an effort to not listen to anything when I'm playing these more atmospheric games like Metro or Resident Evil 2. Yeah, good. It's me almost sweating.
That means you're super, super scared.
Yes, I was. But yeah, it was I have some gripes about the Metro Exodus game. There's some things I'm like, this is not so great. But yeah, for the most part, I think it was a fine game. I'm glad finally got around to finishing it after all this time because I stopped pretty early on first time. But yeah, that got my total attention for like the past week from going through Tales, which I really like the combat in that game, but man, the main story sucks balls. It's terrible right now. Like I'm just maybe that's why I wasn't that interested and I just fell off it really
Story.
hard. Like
Mm.
the beginning of the story is just it did not interest me. It was just like this is like run of the mill kind of anime bullshit.
Well, I did give you a warning that the beginning was pretty slow.
Yeah, you're right. It's a pretty slow game. I don't understand because okay, so like Persona 5, right? That has a really slow beginning, but I stuck through it. This
Because
game,
you're
I don't
you're
know.
biased. You're biased against it. That's why.
Maybe. Maybe I am, but it's not like I haven't played Tales games. Like I played at least 3 or 4 Tales games before.
Yeah, but you didn't really like it. You don't like Wisteria. You don't like Cisteria.
Oh,
You only like
I like
Cilia.
the intros a lot for those games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stuck with it. Zestiria, I played at least 30, 40 hours of it. And
Wow.
Rosaria, I played at least 20 to 25 hours of it.
Okay. But then Persona 5 came out, and you can't measure it. Like it's just the bar is just so high.
High for me. Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, I push you to play a demo. The demo is the high point of the game. That's where like the apex. You got all the members, you got all the moves.
Yeah, the problem is it spoils things. I was like, oh,
It it did, but you needed it because if you test out, Tales of Rise, like just playing it from the beginning is not that impactful. People would drop the game. You mean you dropped the game still, kinda.
yeah, that's true.
So I was just wondering, other people that didn't play the demo, how would they? What were their first impression of it if they didn't push through that beginning part? You know,
yeah, true. Maybe it's
yeah.
also because the main character's so friggin' boring.
Is he?
He's
I don't
so
know.
dull right now. Like
I think the reason
like
why it's dull
his female companion is a lot more interesting. Like
is it.
she's more interesting to me than the male guy where he's just like, no, I'm going to fight for my people. We are not going to be slaves anymore. It's like I have an iron mask that somehow I could see through and I could eat through it or whatever. That doesn't explain it. Which they also lean into it a little because they're like, because people are asking him, it's like, how do you even eat with that mask on? He's like, it's hard. That's just like, that's like what? Like I can appreciate that, but also like, what the hell? How do you anime BS right there?
See, bias right there, man. You have a lot of biases
I
towards
am.
it. You're
That's
creating all these barriers there that it shouldn't be there. Just play the damn game and
how about
enjoy
they
it.
shouldn't make something so unbelievably just stupid? Just doesn't make any sense.
You just don't like the mask. I think the mask is off-putting for you. It just doesn't make sense. So
You're
you
right.
like creating
High
more.
barrier to entry is the mask he's wearing.
It's supposed to be cool, but yeah, they should have like given him a mouthpiece that he could eat from it. But other than that, if you disregard it, it's fine. You know, I'm sure there's other incredible things in games that you encounter before.
Now
You
hang
know,
on. About that iron mask, he's wearing it in a really hot environment. If you haven't noticed in the beginning, he's wearing it when there's like molten lava and stuff. It's like, how are you gonna wear a metal helmet when it's
I
hot?
don't know, man. I don't know, but
I know he's not
I
supposed to feel pain, but come on.
well, he's able. I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm just gonna assume that his helmet is some kind of alien technology. You know, like the
Some future
conquerors,
tech.
not future tech. Like whoever conquered that world. You know, that what do they call it? The Renans. I think that's Renan technology that he's wearing on his head that he don't know about.
So,
I'm just assuming.
hmm.
That's the only thing I'm telling myself to like have myself, that I could like disregard the fucking mask the whole time.
It
Okay, I
bothers you
think that's what you
too.
gotta do too. I think that's what you gotta do. Just accept that this is alien technology that he could breathe and eat through that shit, and it's fine. Okay, just just trot
How could he
along.
see through that?
It's maybe a see through. You just can't see. You can't see into it, but you can see out of it. Okay, just accept it and move on.
Uh, fine. I'm gonna
You
try to
pay good
play that
money
again.
for this. Yeah, you play good. You pay good money for this game, man. You
I
just
did.
play the
I'm gonna
game.
play it next week since I'm finally done with Metro. No more
Play the game.
bullshit. I'm gonna
Yeah, no
finally
more
get through
bullshit,
it.
man.
Finally get through it if Diablo 2 doesn't distract me too much.
Uh, I don't know. You already played Diablo 2 before. This is like
Still
nostalgic.
fun. Well, I'm playing different classes now.
Oh, so back in the past you didn't play all the classes?
No.
I see.
The
Okay.
you're talking about the beta?
The original. No,
Oh,
the
the original?
original.
No, I
Yeah.
only played one class and that was sorceress.
Why you didn't try other classes?
Because I was a young, stupid kid back then.
Okay, and so you're still young and stupid, right?
Well, now I'm just a stupid kid or stupid person.
Oh, stupid old man.
If you want to make me feel bad about it, yeah.
Yeah. Ha.
So yeah, I'm trying different classes.
Okay. If I could get it to run, because I'm having some difficulties
It's on
here.
your laptop. Oh,
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like every company should make games. They should let Xbox control, PS4 control, any control should be compatible. Honestly, why you gotta make it such a hard thing for me to do? I gotta like download a third party shit just to run a controller of my choice.
I think my PS5 controller worked perfectly with it.
Really, just plug it in, they recognize it.
I think so, yeah.
Just plug and play. You don't have to run DS4 or any
Yeah,
other
I
third
can't remember
party
if
thing.
I did Bluetooth or did a wired connection, wired cable.
I Bluetooth my PS4 controller to my laptop, but it did not recognize it. It nothing happened. I had to use mouse and keyboard. But
Maybe I had to
now,
use DS4
uh,
Windows. I don't remember. I'm
yeah, I'm
using
just having
a
trouble.
Xbox One controller now.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's Xbox. It automatically recognize it.
No, but I was using my PS5 controller before in the beta.
I don't want to buy an Xbox controller.
Yeah. I went to buy one because my PS5 controller is not compatible with some things. Just doesn't fully doesn't work flawlessly sometimes. Kind of gets a little annoying.
Uh, I mean, it's still very new.
Yeah, it's still new. Probably give it another year or
Year.
so. I'll probably
Yeah.
work out the kinks. I remember when the PS4 controller trying to get to work through Steam was a pain in the ass. And then they finally got support for it, so now it works flawlessly. But yeah, I'm gonna try not to get distracted by Diablo 2 right now. Gotta work
Hmm.
on Tails.
I don't know, man. I think you should just play whatever game just interests you at the moment. I don't think you should force yourself to play anything you don't like. But
That's
you should
true.
also be open-minded, though. Like, just give it the whole chance. Just play it.
No, I'll play it. I like the combat of Tails. I need to see if the beginning of that game gets better. Like the story, not even the combat. I know the combat will get better because of the demo, but I hope the story
You
or
got to the first boss, though, right? Like the first, you left the first realm. Yeah.
no, I'm right before the first boss. I
Maybe beat
still
beat
haven't
the
gotten
first
past it.
boss, and yeah, beat the first boss. It'll introduce you to new characters and story will progress.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I mean, I spent good money for it, so
Doesn't matter. I spent good money on some of the games. I just didn't play it.
well, that's on
I
you.
just dropped.
It's
I just dropped it. I just didn't like it enough. It's okay. I'm
that's
gonna
on you.
recycle these games. I'm gonna give it to someone.
Hmm,
That's what you could do with physical games. You could give it to someone.
that's true. A good point.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to my nephew because they got shitty games. Just the games they play is worse than the stuff I play. They playing
Oh,
Genshin Impact right now. I
all
was like,
right,
Genshin
Genshin
Impact.
Impact.
I mean, it's free, it's cute, it's good looking, it's addictive. Little kids are easily. As long as they're not spending shit ton of money on this on the game, I think it's fine.
It's probably the best Gacha game out there. Probably. Most of the other Gacha games are like turn-based RPGs or something like that. I don't know why
Mm.
they always go to that.
Probably because it's easy. You don't need to like make all these systems like real time action system stuff like that. I feel like RPGs is like easier to make. You know,
Think
just
so?
one. Yeah, like just one flat background surface or image. Static.
No,
Or
that's
maybe
true.
some changes. Because if you play like action-based 3D world, there's a lot of things you gotta like incorporate into it, like the camera. It's just too much dodging, if there's dodging,
Hmm.
and then like your little computer system or graphics card gotta like compute all these pixels.
I guess it's makes it easier on phones because
Uh
they're
huh.
probably not as demanding. Yeah. Yeah. See, I just know I try to stay away from mobile games if I can.
Mm.
Think of another mode. No, yeah,
So
it's
near.
what? Oh, I stopped playing that. I was playing Near Reincarnation, this mobile game that came out a month ago. And I finally had a breaking point this week when it's just became even more grindy, and I was like, I'm not gonna. The things are asked, like the developers are asking you to do now in that game is just ridiculous.
Oh,
Like how much time commitment you have to give now is. I'm not going to. I don't want to spend hours a day just doing the same thing over and over again, get nothing for it.
that sounds like a Soulsborne kind of
No.
thing.
Soulsborne, I get more reward than this. This is like, ugh, just painful just doing it. I'm
Okay.
not doing it anymore. Just a waste of time.
Okay. Maybe you should just do like me. Just watch someone's
I'll probably watch on
story.
YouTube or something, some video
Yeah.
about story or something, with
Mm,
like a year down the line or something.
sounds like a good plan.
I just don't want to actually try to play it because it's not a
Mm,
fun game. Weird. Really thought that game would be better. Like I had a more positive outlook about it when I was
mhm,
playing the closed beta when I was invited in it.
mhm.
But then when it came out, it's just oh, I'm doing the same thing over and over every day. I was like, I don't too much. Plus, it was killing my cell phone battery like crazy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Oh well, it's. You ever think about trying to play that game or good luck to you. I saw something ridiculous. This is my problem with mobile games. I see like on like subreddits. I'm just like when I was a little more active a few weeks ago, and it's people grinding out the stages, right, like, for the content. So someone bought a second phone to do grinding and farming.
Ah,
Yeah,
second phone.
they bought a second phone so they could do
Mm.
it at work. So they're actually not working and they're just farming on 2 phones. Like, oh, what a freaking waste of time. Can't believe you bought another phone too. Also, you should be working or something.
People like their games.
Yeah, but
A little too
there's
much.
actually good games you could play.
Good games. Uh,
I'm just saying, the things people are willing to do. And this was the worst part about it. Like everything they said, they were saying it dead serious. They didn't see a problem with it. And then someone goes and says like, like has our reaction is like, why are you doing that? It's like you have a problem. He's like, oh, I spend about 6 to 8 hours a day farming and stuff. I'm just like, that's not healthy. Not good, and especially if you're paying money for it too.
yeah.
Like you're devoting so much more time instead of other things. I'm trying not to judge, but I am totally judging. I'm failing really hard. Who am I to say how you spend your time in your day? But it's just maybe take a step back if you're doing something like that and just get some perspective. Is like at least acknowledge what you're doing. Like, okay, that's not a usual, like a typical thing to do. Make a judgment call, just like, all right, I can't let this get too out of hand. You know, try your best. My final point about it. So, how far did you get in Tails so far?
Um, I think I have two more realms to go through. I collected all the characters now. I met everyone that I
Oh
could
yeah,
use.
nice.
Oh yeah, I mean the combat just get better and better. It builds upon with each new character. So,
So you've been
but I
trying
think
each character.
yeah, every time I meet a new character, I choose them as my playable character.
Who's your favorite so far?
Who's my favorite in terms of what combat or
Just like how much
look?
fun you have had.
How much fun I had. I don't know. They each person played differently, you know.
Hmm.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm not a good healer. I'm not a good tank. I'm a DPS, so probably the Iron Mask man. Just go in there, and just mac and dodge, or the dude that punches. You know.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Not a healer tank, huh?
No, because if I'm a healer, everyone dies. I don't heal in time. I don't resurrect in time. Or if I'm a tank, I like I don't aggro them. Like I don't know. Like I don't aggro them, and I don't block the moves in time. Like
You
it's
just
just
want to
pointless.
whack them until they're dead.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just whacking them.
Hmm.
So I'm not a good tank. I'm not a good healer. At least in this game, you know.
I can't wait for you to play Final Fantasy 14 and be a tank and a healer. Just
You
swap
could do.
between those
You could
roles.
be. You could swap. Huh.
Well, you can't swap in dungeons, but you could swap outside of it.
I see.
Free.
I see. I see. So yeah, but I could tell you who's my favorite waifu.
It's the paladin, isn't it? The tank.
Yes, it's the tank. She got a sweet ass.
Yeah,
So
I knew
good.
that was coming. I knew you were going to say that.
I wonder what's under that armor though, because you can't really get a good look at her chest. But the gunner has a big chest. Yeah, but
That's
I don't
like
know. Her
every
outfit's
anime
alright.
game, man.
Well, I mean, it's not so large that it's kind of like obnoxious, annoying. I can't stand like characters that have like a too big of a chest that doesn't look proportionate. Find it
Oh,
I find it I find it more distracting and more annoying, and it's like irks me more
oh
than
no.
attractiveness. Yeah. So I mean, what's one character in a game that have like the brush is just so large, that's unattractive? Let me think. Let me think of
I
anything.
know one character. It's from his
Borderland?
JRPG that
J
I like a lot. The Legend of Heroes.
I never played that series, so I wouldn't know.
It's one of the characters like ridiculously just not proportional. Like, how are you even standing upright at all?
Yeah.
Like, you should be like, your back should be broken several times. I I wish I didn't have to say this, but it comes with the territory of these kinds of games. Like for that series, one of the biggest problems I had with the latest game in the Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 4. There's a like a hot spring scene, right?
Mhm.
So all the
Always
girls
like
are
that.
taking a bath, and they all start comparing breast sizes.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, and it just keeps going and going. This is how anime is every time. I don't understand. Yeah. It's I I don't understand why they like doing those kinds of scenes so much. I don't know if it's maybe just fan service. Frankly, it just
Yeah,
gets annoying.
fan service.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Tales. Good
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
I'm here for the plot.
I mean, the plot's not that bad. I think you just want a more complex story.
Yeah, I guess so. Right
A
now, let's
complex
take
story.
out lords, free the people.
Yeah, that's just really simple. Do you know what I keep thinking of when I say take out the lords?
What?
Dark Souls. Dark
Dark
Souls.
Souls. Ah,
Yeah, you gotta go to
it
all these
always
different
comes
lords,
back to
kill
Dark
them.
Souls.
But Dark Souls is a Japanese RPG, so it came
It's
from
true.
somewhere. So like I was thinking about it the whole time, like, oh, I gotta go this area with this element or whatever setting, this environment, kill this fucking boss, take his shit, you know. I was thinking of Dark Souls, like, wow, this is like Dark Souls. I go here, kill this thing, go here, kill this thing. So I go ultimately do something. So I don't know what's this ultimate thing at the end of the game. So I have to look forward to that.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
wonder if it has like post game content. Like maybe there's dungeons or something. I don't
Oh, those? Did the past Tales game have anything like that?
can't remember. The last Tales game I actually completed was Tales of Zillia, so
Oh, you didn't beat Bisteria or Cisteria to endgame?
nope. I
Okay. Yeah,
stopped.
Cilia, I don't remember it having like a last
I don't
dungeon,
think it
but
did. I think it was just
it
like new game plus, and then it gives you like bonuses you could add to the
oh,
game.
okay. I don't remember any of that. Um, but I figure they could always patch a dungeon in because like, they could try to do that. But there's no like open world map, like it's not like open world Tales of Arise.
Yeah.
It's I feel like it's more like Final Fantasy X. It's guided towards a path.
Hmm.
It's like that. Final Fantasy X.
It's like area maps, but
Mm.
area like zones of areas, but it's not like one connecting world that you can freely explore. You know,
I don't mind that. I feel like if it's too open world, I get really overwhelmed and I get bored.
it
I get
depends.
distracted.
Yeah, maybe I'll catch up to you.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm like 30 hours in or more.
Maybe you'll get distracted by Diablo, and then I'll catch up.
If I could get this shit to work, I'm still working on I think I finally got it. I'm using like a very old DS4, and I finally was able
Is it
to collect
working?
controller. I haven't boot up the game yet, but I got the controller to work with DS4, so that's a progress right there.
Okay.
So, and I just update it eventually, or maybe don't update at all. Fuck it, just play.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice to play that game you got for free. Am I right?
Yeah, thank you so much. I don't know like how that work. Like you took in-game currency and convert it to real life currency, and you bought the game, and then you gift it. That's awesome. I don't know how you did
Yeah.
that.
Well,
So I what?
I did the same for my account, so
Which is very fucking cool. I think you should like save your money again, so when Diablo 4 come out, you
then I
could also
buy with that.
use it. Yeah, do it again.
I mean,
I want. I
an
think you should.
option they really do, but I can't do that anymore because I'm not planning on subscribing to World of Warcraft again or anything.
So you use up all your
I
currency.
basically
Is
used
that?
up all my currency for this.
I see. That's okay. It's okay. I don't even know when this Diablo 4 will come out, and I don't
I think
know
it come out in
by
like
that
at least 2 to 4 years from now.
wait 4 more years. It was announced like 2 years ago or something. Does it take that long to develop?
They haven't announced any news since then. Like it's one
I
of
mean,
those things that's just like, yeah, they I guess they should have announced it, but also now you're just gonna see a drought of news for years. I don't
I
think it's
mean,
anywhere near
uh,
ready.
they drop a banger of a trailer, which is so good. They also release like gameplay, live gameplay
It
for
was
it.
like a short clip of it.
It
Like
wasn't that short. They released like different classes and everything.
they only had like what, two classes? Two or three classes? Barbarian, sorceress, and druid. Yeah. Just those
Good
three.
enough. It's not like they didn't have anything to show. They have a good amount.
Yeah, it was a decent demo time. I what was it? That demo was like showcasing some PvP too. I'm like, I'm not gonna play this for PvP.
No, no, not for PvP. Well, anyway, uh, I think it's pretty awesome that Blizzard had that kind of option.
Yeah, I never used it until now. Just because I guess I was more okay with giving them my money. Now I'm not. Oh, because of the circumstances they put themselves in. So now I am trying not to
Yeah,
support them monetary wise.
yeah,
Hence
makes
the
sense.
free game for both of us.
Thank you.
Yep.
Let's see. So yeah, like I don't know if I even gonna buy DS4. Oh wait, I call it DS4. Diablo 4.
Diablo 4.
Yeah, until they like really fully address. But it seems like a lot of these companies, every single one of them has some kind of sexual
Harassment or
harassment
all that
issue,
stuff.
or if it's not that, it's like um, poor working environment for their developers and stuff.
It's unfortunately this kind of behavior is encouraged in this
What?
industry.
Encourage? That's horrible.
Not the sexual harass- I frankly I don't know. Like it should not be, obviously, but the idea of crunching in the workforce is very much encouraged for these AAA developers and such. And frankly, it's not working. I think we're finally seeing the price they're paying for it for trying to crunch so much.
Hmm.
These game developers are just getting worn down to nothing. Then you'll probably keep seeing these stories.
Yeah, they need to change their the work uh system. I don't know.
Yeah, we
Their
saw a video
approach.
about like how we should about what the workplace.
Yeah, about the grind.
Yeah.
The grind lifestyle or the grind
I didn't know
habit.
that was an actual lifestyle. When I was watching that video from that YouTuber, it was like
Yeah.
people. like are in a grind like
culture.
yeah, it's like a grinding culture, yeah. Where it's they actively encourage you to grind away your life, just spending as much time as you can, just putting work in.
I get twisted because I think all these people that's working hard, they have a goal of becoming uh like making it big, retire early, or just becoming like successful. And they like that guy said, they were tricked by this like idea and made taken advantage of because we are following these ideals.
Yeah, I should such a bad mentality to have, you know? It's just you would really do a lot of damage to yourself. Not just
Yeah,
physically, just seriously,
ment
mentally. Sure.
yes, definitely mentally, because like I experienced it for firsthand. Because like I'll tell you how is it for me. Like so like that guy said, he says like he relate this to people that join multi-level marketing. He he explained that these individuals are trying to find something else that could get away from like the rat race, something different, something easier, or they perceive as easier. And everyone wants to escape this, have that dream. Everyone has it. So I was an easy target. I was like a college student. I didn't want to work this typical 9 to 5 kind of job. So I thought this was, a nice little way out. Pay a small investment. I think I paid like what, maybe 200 for entry just to get my inventory to sell. But you had to like continue your inventory, keep paying. So I think I ended up spending maybe $2,000, some shit like that. I don't even know, somewhere around there, and nothing came out of it. Uh, Besides learning how to become a better person, become a better you, like reading books about investment, about property, how to budget. Those are the things I took out of it, which is great. I feel like education system really failed us because this is the stuff really need to learn from the education system, not from these like pyramid schemes, you know. So I got into that. I got out of it. Thank God. I didn't pursue it further because like everyone works hard in these pyramid schemes. Everyone, they all want to make it big, but the problem is not everyone could be at the top. They all fall at the very bottom. Only the people that started early is at the top.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Thankfully, I
So,
never fell for it.
yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good. It's good that you didn't fall for it because most of the time it's through your old friends or old acquaintances. If you don't have none of that, they can't talk to you about
Yeah, I
it.
have no problem with that. No, I'm just no, it's
Uh,
I never really thought about like trying to do it that way. Like trying to I don't want to say cut corners because I don't know if that's the right way to say it.
no, no, cutting corner
Or
or
just
just
finding a
do.
different approach to the
Yeah,
typical
yeah, yeah. Find a different
40-hour
approach,
work
but
week.
I beg to differ, man. I beg to differ. Your approach towards becoming a streamer, a Twitch, partner, it's the same thing. Just apply it to that. You want to do something different. You want to make it big on your own. The
True.
amount of hours you put into streaming to gather followers and some donation tips. Compare that the goal and to versus the amount of effort you put in. It's like the same thing.
It's actually like a pyramid scheme, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, isn't it?
Only the very few at the top, and then everyone else is stuck at the bottom, just trying to put so many hours, and you're making nothing. Like you're
And
making
like
so little money, you could just go find a job at like the food service industry or like retail, and you'd be making more money.
And what's worse is that Twitch still put ads on your channel, even though you're like a nobody, and they make money off of it
Oh
anyway.
yeah, you can't make money off it until you're
Hmm.
your partner.
So you had to be partnered to make ad money?
I think so.
You think so? Okay, then you are making some money because 'cause you're a
No, I'm
partner.
not
Because I
partnered.
Huh?
I'm not.
I don't get it.
There's
You're not
two.
partner?
There's
It's
well, I guess there's three tiers.
there's
One
ranking
is
of
you're just
oh,
nothing. You just start out. You don't have any
okay.
status. Second is
Got it.
associate, which
Okay.
that's yeah, and then third is partner. That's where the top.
Oh, I
That's when you start making
see.
more money.
Okay, so what is associate then? What's the benefit?
Like the middle. It's like a half step. It's like you're not quite at the bottom, but you can get subs and everything. Like you can get money.
Mhm.
Just you don't have anywhere near as many privileges as partners.
Hmm. Still kind of it's kind of lame because they're still putting ads on your channel, and you
Yeah.
don't benefit nothing from it.
No, I
Kind of
I
lame.
don't get money.
Yeah, so like they selling the dream, getting all these people hyped, ready to do all this stuff. Um, yeah, but the only good thing is you don't have to pay to get in.
Yeah.
Technically, I mean maybe you do because you got to buy the equipment, you got to buy all that shit to look good. Maybe that is your maybe initial investment. Hmm. Man, I think everything is a scam nowadays. Holy shit. Everything is making you work harder than you're supposed to. Well, let me transition into the next thing I was talking about the grind culture. So like got my
Actually,
first job.
one final thing about the
Sure.
Twitch thing. I actually never realized it actually has a bunch of hallmarks like of a pyramid scheme. Like
Uh-huh.
hearing you talk through it and listening to the guy in the video, when I started thinking about the process to get through for streaming or even YouTube or anything like this, it's really like at the top. It's these companies that start out, or it's the people, the successful people in it already that you know when you ask them like how'd you get started or do you have any tips for people to get success or to be successful, it's the exact same questions that like for that video when you like say for that one it was like asking billionaires how they got you know be at where they are. So it's like the same questions. It just surprised me. It's like, huh, I guess I did fall for a different kind of pyramid scheme. It was
Mm,
just for trying to be an influencer.
mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were selling you a dream and you got like
it's true. I was trying to do not a typical job, trying to do something to be catering to a hobby that is one of my favorites.
mhm.
And yeah, it was pretty eye opening. Started thinking about it. Anyway,
Where was I? Oh yeah, transitioning over the grind culture. So like graduate from college, right? Gave me this massive debt. I think I owe like 30, mid 30K ish. So my goal was I gotta get rid of this debt ASAP. So I went to work. I worked, I saved. I was able to pay that shit off in a year. I threw all my income into it. I barely used any of the money for myself. So like you see how that already like I'm working every day, I'm tired, nothing fun, for this goal. So after I finished that, next step was I need to buy something. Okay, I'm gonna buy a house or I'll buy a car. Same thing. Go to work, save, did all that. Eventually, I did burn the fuck out. I was so burned out. I hated my job. I hated my career, and I was like, oh my god, I want some peace. I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to chill and relax. And all that grinding didn't really come to anything. I was able to like fulfill some goals, but at the end of the day, am I really happy? Can I use my time differently back then? Do something else? Treat myself better? So I
hmm,
don't want that to happen to you, when you get started.
yeah, I hope it doesn't happen. But it's easy to get caught up with things.
yeah, easily get caught in this culture of grinding. Like you doing all this, working so hard for something that's really not that important.
In the grand scheme of things, it's like what's actually important. Yeah, sure, to make money so you could, have a roof over your head and food and water and everything, but you know, just like the video we keep talking about, it's also, spending time with friends and family, having some good food, maybe seeing the world, doing the things that make you happy, not just working yourself to death. Because I knew my mom's friend, she was very much a grinder. Like, she put so much time into her work. And then by the time that she was able to retire, her health was so bad because of how much you know, she just didn't care. She didn't care because she just wanted to keep going. She wanted to provide and everything. She wanted to make something of her career. So she put so much time and focus into it that she didn't take care of herself afterwards. Now she's paying the price for.
See, yeah, there was a study that was released that the the less sleep you get, the higher damage to your um, cardiovascular system.
Hmm.
So, so like people that want to earn more money or work, to get less sleep, you get more stress, and all that damage to your your heart system. Maybe that's what happened to her. Maybe she just became part of
I think
the
she does have
numbers.
some heart issues, some heart problems.
Mm.
He's
So, so I
Yeah.
also have a friend too. That's becoming more like a grinder. So like what I went through, right? She's going through right now. She trying to get a house. So she working the weekends now. She picking a side job, a side hustle, side gig. It's not a multi level marketing. It's a real job, but she has no weekends, like no time for herself. And her current job, salary job, makes her sometime work till like midnight just to like finish up her paperwork or numbers. Crack jotting down all those numbers and make it exact. But now that she have a goal, you know, that she want to fulfill, she's working all these hours, and
Wow.
yeah, and she actually got a house now.
Okay.
She yeah, before house she got the house. Now she's stuck.
What do
She
you mean?
has to work because she wanna. I'm sure, like me, she wanna pay off or minimize the interest payment. So she
Okay.
gonna keep working all 7 days.
Oh God.
I know. I was like, wow. I don't know how this gonna end well, but
It's not.
and she was like talking to me, like saying like, "Hey, you gotta work hard, work more hours, make the money while you still like everyone." And my sister like, you're young now. You need to work more, make the money so you can retire." I'm like, what?
It
Retire?
doesn't make sense because you're putting so much effort and time into making sure that later on in your life that you'll be able to relax. It's like
Uh-huh.
you're not gonna be able to relax when you're young then either. You're not gonna enjoy life then. You're gonna enjoy it when you're, you know, getting old and can't move as you used to be. You probably can't maybe travel as well as you can.
Mm,
It's backwards thinking, you know? It just doesn't make sense when you think about it. It's like if
no,
you're
it
supposed to
doesn't.
enjoy life, you should be enjoying when you're in your prime, not when you're in the tail end of your life.
Yeah. And like the silly thing is, what I really noticed that most people that retire, right? Do you know what they do? They work,
They work.
volunteer
Yeah, they
for
would do
free,
part-time job or something.
for free. I was like, what? Then what's the fucking point?
Yeah, it
You
doesn't
work
make
so
sense.
hard in your youth just to continue working for free. I was like, nah, that's I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm not gonna do that shit. So I think a lot of people like are so lost in their material needs, or lost in this like how you say it, lost and overinflating their lifestyle, that they are stuck in this like cycle of grinding.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think most people just need to work enough to meet their basic needs, and then if they like something, like, okay, you work for that something, but don't overdo it.
Maybe it's just
Y-
because of how many responsibilities they have, say if they have a family or things like that.
Okay, that's true. They have a family, the cost adds up a little bit more. That's true. But I still feel like they can still manage their time and cut back though. I still think there are things you could do.
I'm sure they could. I feel like people don't fully account like how much things add up, like say a family and if you start having kids and everything and how much you got to support, like how long down the road and that just snowballs. Maybe that's how their thinking becomes. Where it's just like I have to constantly work because I need to, you know, be able to afford to pay for this down the line. Like say pay for college for my kids or something. Like years down in the
Huh.
down the pipeline.
Well, I'll say one thing, like, bless all these parents that pay for their kids' education. Bless them
Yeah,
because they took on that that extra stress for no reason. But
right.
I feel like maybe in the future, hopefully, that basic education, like community college, is free, so the kid could go that route, save some money, then get your bachelor at a cheaper university, not like these like crazy expensive school. Because at the end of the day, most of the stuff they learn in university, they're not gonna use in real life careers. These schools are another scam, in my opinion, forcing you to take all these dumbass classes just to get this degree when your degree only need certain classes,
Yeah.
that's vital classes. I don't need all this bullshit. Oh, did I tell you? Because I went to a Christian school, I had to take theology, two of those classes. I'm not gonna use that bullshit in my career. So I got forced to pay for two classes. Two fucking classes I don't need. And then because my career is like really specific, all my writing classes, history classes, all the art classes, I had to pay for it anyway that I don't need. So how much money I actually spent giving it to the school, versus improving myself. All those stuff I could really, read a book, or or go to take a cheaper class elsewhere. So yeah, like I don't know. Bless the parents that pay for the kids, tuition, but I don't think that is a expense they need to like take upon themselves.
Yeah, it'll be up to them.
Yeah.
Man, a lot of pointless classes. I remember one
Oh,
where
it's
it's
true
like I had
though,
to
man.
learn how to make a good LinkedIn profile.
That's a class?
That was a class.
Holy fucking shit.
I
They
had to
made you
pay for it.
That's bullshit. Classes ain't cheap too, like depending on what university. If it's
Oh,
private,
that was a
holy
few
crap.
$1,000s at least.
Holy shit, a few $1,000. Oh my god, for
And look where
elective.
it got me. Who looks at like this? That is a useless
See?
class. Didn't even matter for the job search.
Yeah, so you agree though, right? Like
Yeah, I
education
agree.
nowadays are way too like scummy. They became a business, another corporation. Scummy people running scummy
It's
things.
it's scummy because like they need to make a profit to operating. So then that because they are a business once that happens, they need to make a profit. They have to, you know, make more than what they're losing or have their more than their expenses.
Mm. Yeah, I feel
So
like there
yeah.
should be more uh government funded education, because like you think about government, the country would do good if they have talented smart citizens. It's only pay them back, I get better employees or smarter employees and everything. So it only makes sense for the government to fund their own, supported education system.
Yeah.
Only makes sense, and not just stop at high school, go all the way to associate at least, like technical schools.
Right.
Hmm. That way, you could compete with these universities. Like then maybe bring the expense back down because it's just way too inflated.
Yeah. Like I wish our education system taught us how to, like, for example, my friend is looking into buying a house.
Okay.
So he's telling me, like, mortgage rates and like pre-approved some or other, like stuff that I have never learned in school, but things that you should know because if you want to get a house, that kind of stuff. And just, talk about mortgages and all that stuff. Like I had to, you know, just teach myself like what the hell this all means because our education system decides to make us learn like Spanish or French or bullshit like that's I remember that it was like middle school. I had to learn Spanish and French, even though I never use it.
Wow.
I have never
Middle
used
school?
Spanish really, except to know when some Spanish speakers are cursing me out or something.
Oh, they don't teach that in school. You learn that on your own. Holy shit.
Exactly.
Wow.
I'm
So
just
dumb.
saying, like, the priorities of what kids should be learning should be very different. Like, it should be practical and it should be things that you will actually use, in your
Yeah.
life.
Huh.
Friggin'
Yeah, I agree.
trigonometry and whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
Friggin' calculus? Who's gonna really use
Uh,
calculus?
Not the typical person, no.
Yeah.
Really specialized
It's very specialized. I
job.
understand, like, there's going to be a subset of people that will be interested in it or make a career out of it or things like that, and then good for them. But the vast majority of people are just like, I'm not going to use it.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. This country needs to
Yeah,
amend itself and everything.
yeah, yeah. Speaking of eye opening, I've been reading
Mhm.
this book called World War Z.
Okay.
Spoiler: it's really good,
I mean,
really good.
I watched the movie. I didn't read a book. The
Okay,
movie is
I've
nothing like the book.
watched some of the okay, I watched the movie and I'm reading the book. The book is so different from the movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course. I think they just took the name and just ran with it.
The only thing
But
it shares is the name.
other than that, I enjoyed the fucking movie. I thought the movie was very good
Really?
still. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I thought the
Because
movie
I
was awful.
well, it's awful because you read the book.
No,
I never read
I
the
thought
book.
it was awful
Oh,
even
really?
before I read the book. That's
Oh, really? I don't know. I like zombies movies. I like my uh apocalyptic movies, survival zombies. Those stuff always interests me. Well, anyway, I enjoy the movie, so I'm sure the book, the original material, will be even better.
it's such
Yeah.
a like it's such a good window into humanity in general because it shows probably how people would react to extreme circumstances. Like just taking away the zombie war that they're talking about. This is just like talking about like how people in really stressful situations that cause them to just everything they're doing is just gone. Like now they have to adjust to a new normal. It's a really cool viewpoint of seeing how different kinds of people all over the globe that this book off like is giving perspectives of just showing like what happens to people, like even the people that may have been decent people, like in normal times, that nothing's happening, like everything's normal and everything's fine, calm, and then it causes them to just radically change depending on the. I mean, there's a lot of examples now, like The Walking Dead and everything, but I mean, this book came out in the mid 2000s, so this was before all that. But it's a really awesome book. Just I like the premise of it. It's just it's a reporter just gathering just different accounts of the different stages of this zombie war and just seeing how it affected people. Like all different kinds of people. People in government, people in entertainment business, people, just regular people, people in the military, etc. It gives you a whole worldwide view, which I appreciate. And it's really awesome. I've been spending my time with it. It's been
Okay.
taking me about over a month so far. I still haven't finished it.
Oh. Wow.
I'm doing a really different way of absorbing all these stories. Is just every time I go through a story, I just try to visualize it in my head and then, try to think about like how it all went down. So yeah, it's going to take me longer, but I feel like I have a greater appreciation for it cuz I'm trying to imagine how this is all going.
Mm.
But it's great. It's just like seeing. Okay, it's a nice window of, like, say for the coronavirus pandemic, a
Mm.
lot of the same behaviors happen just like in this book. Just like how
Wow.
people reacted in the beginning. Like you had those people in the coronavirus who are just like, I don't believe this. This is a fake, you know, this is not real and everything. And it's like same in the book where it's just people don't believe that there's actually zombies or anything goes on, and basically they don't believe it until zombies are crashing through their backyard, door and just about to trying to eat them. And then finally they start believing it.
A little too late.
Yeah, it's a little too late. So it's just a nice window into how people react to things. Yeah. It's a great book. I recommend everyone to go read it. Like it's even if you're not that big into zombies, it's more about the how, you know, how people deal with this, which I think for doing that, it makes the book last longer. Like it'll be more timeless,
Okay.
because it's more of a window into just people's reactions and how their emotions play a big part into it, and how societal and cultural break breaks down. So yeah, you should read it. Not too long either. It's like over 300 pages, I think.
That's not too bad.
No. Yeah, and I got into that, and then I think it was yesterday, the day before. I finally got around to watching a really old movie called 2001 Space Odyssey.
Okay.
That movie is very different. Like it's not at all what I was expecting for a movie. It takes its time. It's very methodical. It's very thought provoking too. Like the ending and everything, and then throughout it is just it really is like a work of art. Like even just seeing it once, and I was I was just dumbstruck by it. Like it's an experience.
Okay. Gotta check it out.
Like it went like without spoiling, it just went places that I wasn't expecting it to go. It's like having a message about the progression of humanity and had the consequences of it, and how, you know, we don't actually think about what technology does. Like it offers a lot of positive, but offers a good deal of negatives too. Like just things, consequences that we don't can't really fathom until, you know, just pops in. It just happens. It gets pretty. It's pretty philosophical too. It's
Okay.
not trying to like be like really hard, but that's just how it ends up. I think it just raises some very good points about just us as a species and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, great, great movie. I watch it again.
Gotta check it out.
Yeah, it's like that, and then oh man, been like having a good time with Ted Lasso. I know everyone now is like starting to watch it, but it's like I'm just saying it now. I was a freaking hipster before. It is like I watched it before everyone else started watching it.
Is it really that good?
I think it's excellent. I think the writing
Hmm.
is great.
Okay.
It makes me go all kinds of the range of emotions. I've
Oh.
cried, I've laughed, I felt
Wow.
pissed,
Okay.
I've felt empathy. It's like, oh, that hit me. Yeah,
Wow.
it's a roller coaster ride of emotions for me.
Okay.
But it's not
Very
like a
interesting.
overly depressing one. It's just like this is life. This is how things are sometimes. Sometimes it's out of your control, and sometimes this is just how it is.
Hmm.
And it's just it's funny too when it wants to be, but it also has a serious moments. Wants to get real. So yeah, the second season is really good, except for two episodes which are not great.
It's only two though. Everything else is good.
Yeah, it's like 2 out of 10 so far. 2 out of 10 episodes so far.
Okay. That's not bad. This always like because like if you think about it, each episode is a different writer. They might even have different director for like TV series. It doesn't like it's not like one person do the whole thing. So sometimes it happens.
Well, I heard that at least for those 2 episodes. Okay, so I forget who it was. Maybe it was Apple or someone. They wanted to add more episodes in the season, but they decided to do that after they stopped, like they finished the season.
Mm.
So like these 2 episodes feel just like add-ons. Like
Oh,
if
fillers.
yeah, it's fillers. They're literally just fillers. And you could you when you start watching it, it's like, yeah, this is a filler. Because the tone of it is just completely different from like the rest of the season. Like the rest of the season is consistent, like how you should be feeling. And then all of a sudden these things come pop out and just like, this is kind of a waste of time, to be honest. Like it's not to the same like level as the other episodes. It just threw me off. I was like, wait, why does this feel so different? I thought it was just me, but no, it's everyone else's feelings like, yeah, there's actually a reason for it. And they added it in after they were supposed to be done.
Hmm.
Too bad. I think apart from those episodes that were tacked on, I think it's a really good second season, and it had a really good first season. So, which is more than I could say about like Breaking Bad. I had not a great first season. I think what you
Well,
never got past what the first or second season of Breaking Bad.
I finished the first season, and but it was the second season still so slow.
Yeah,
I don't know because I did send you the other thing about Orzak, right?
Ozark.
That's how I pronounce Ozark. They're releasing their finals. They're working on their final season, and that show moves quick. I was into it. It was quick. Like the pacing. I don't know how
I think
Breaking
the
Bad came
pacing
out
is
so
more
long ago.
consistent than Breaking Bad's.
Oh yeah.
Like it's constantly
Mm,
got that desperate, dangerous feeling to it. It's dramatic. Like
mhm.
Breaking Bad has like too many like uneven things where it's like really serious and then it's just like all of a sudden it's like it's not so serious for a while for a few episodes and it starts getting serious again. It's very uneven. But I think Ozark is frankly it has is a more even pacing. Like it's more consistent. But yeah, I'm excited to finish up with the last season of Ozark when it comes out. That show is excellent. Yeah, I was hooked in with the first season or the first moments of it. I was into it. I know you were into it really heavy. Did you recommend it to me or I recommend it to you?
You recommend to me.
Okay. I got some good taste in shows. I
Yeah.
still think you should watch Mr. Robot. I'm just saying. For anyone, you should watch Mr. Robot. Probably the best TV show I've watched in the last decade. Game of Thrones be damned. Walking Dead can go suck it. Walking Dead got really bad really fast.
I still enjoyed it. It's not
It was
that bad.
okay. It was nowhere near as
You
good
read
as the
you read this
comics.
you read the source material. Again, you're biased.
I can't help it if the source material is better. That's just me.
This is why usually I try not to like uh experience the source material and just check out the other thing first because I
Kind
know
of a
I
weird
like
way
it.
to do it.
'Cause you can't enjoy it, if you want to fully enjoy everything.
That's like saying I'm going to watch the Avatar The Last Airbender movie before I watch the show.
Well, if I did it that way, maybe I will enjoy the movie because I have no, you know, expectation. I know nothing about it. Into it dark. Maybe I will enjoy it.
No.
I never watched the movie, so I don't know.
No, stop
But
fooling yourself.
I don't know. Let me see what other stuff I never checked the source material, but I enjoy the actual thing. It'll be the Lord of the Ring movie, the Harry Potter series.
Oh, you never read the books?
Hmm? I mean, I read the books by now, but when I first watched it, I never read the book, and I
Wow.
enjoyed it. Yeah, I read the book afterwards, like while the movie was like continuing, and I read it out of order too.
Wait, you read the books out of order?
Yeah, I read it out of order because I watched the movie.
Yeah, but the
Well, anyway,
the movies
huh?
go in order. Like, how do you get mixed up with the? Oh, the. It's,
Well, I say I watched the first two, then I read the third book. Then because I liked the third book so much, I went backwards to read the first and second book.
okay, that's all right. Sure,
Yeah.
sure, man.
Well, at least I read it, finished it.
Yeah, at least you did that.
It was good. This is
Yeah, it was one of the better adaptations, like from the source material. Like, I still enjoy watching those movies from time to time.
mm.
I think they're still pretty good.
What? The Harry Potter movies?
Harry Potter.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing. Most recent example of failure for that is Game of Thrones. So source material is well, okay. I was about to say the source material is better, but the source material and the show were on par with each other up to a certain point.
I feel like isn't like near the end they did their own thing. Like they didn't use the source material because there's
Uh,
no source material to
no, it was
use.
like after the
Caught up.
halfway point
Oh.
is when that's because they ran out of the source material because the author George R. R. Martin he didn't make the next book for years. So they had nothing to go on, so they just made up their own stuff. And that's when it started to become real bad.
Mm.
But yeah, it's tricky. Anything else for this podcast?
Mm. Well, I can say that I'm been cleaning my room up to stream because Twitch has something called a watch party now, so I want to try that out. You
Yeah,
know,
they've had it for years.
the watch party thing.
Yep.
So it wasn't new.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to try that out. So I'm trying to clean my room to do all that. And cleaning the room is much harder than I expected. I
Really,
took everything out.
that small
I,
little computer room you have?
yeah, I'm really overwhelmed. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like all this crap. And then I was like, where should I put the table? Like, cause like my place is really the wall is really thin. I could hear the neighbors. They could hear me. So I'm thinking, where should I put my computer? Facing which direction? Like the speakers and stuff. To put it on the wall that we share and have the speaker place towards the other wall, or I put the laptop against the other wall and have it placed towards the wall that we share. I was like, which one would they hear more of? I was kind of confused. So I did some like Googling, and Google was not helpful. It did not really tell me how sound works. Like, what do you think? What do you think, Ophidius? Where should I put my fucking like table and computer facing which wall?
I don't think it would matter unless you
Really?
have some noise
I mean,
canceling or something. It's like
I
or some
mean,
echo canceling.
I mean, they're gonna hear it no matter what. But which direction will they hear less of it? Less impact, less volume.
Are you gonna be listening to like watching a show with your speakers?
I want to use my speakers. I don't want to use headphones all the time.
Then you're going to have to adjust the thresholds for your audio and such so that it's not picking up your background noise. It's not picking up
That's
the speaker
true.
volume or the
That's
speakers.
true. Right. So that's gonna be hard.
Because if you don't do that, it's going to pick up everything. You're not going to be heard. It could be a mess.
I don't know how people do it. They stream without using headphones. Like, it gets
It's possible.
uncomfortable.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the quality?
It's fine. You have to do some tweaking to make sure your background noise isn't being picked up on.
See, see, I see. Ah. So yeah, I having that dilemma. So I move everything out the room. I need to vacuum it, and then I got to put all these sound absorbing or muffling foam egg
Oh, okay.
cartons. So I got a bunch of that. I'm gonna stick on the wall that we share with the neighbor. So I'll put it there. I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but I don't know. To go do that, I'm gonna move my bookcase into the room and put all the figurines or games up just for display to have something in the back, I guess. Let's see how it goes.
Now I'm seeing how this streaming is a pyramid scheme.
It is a scheme.
It's
It
like
is
you
a
see all
scheme.
these YouTube videos like, hey guys, this is how you get started with streaming, blah blah blah. It's like get all these noise canceling things, microphones, green screens. I get the foam around your wall, put on your wall, blah 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 blah. You just to
Yeah,
buy
that's
all
your
this
investment.
stuff. You
Yeah, it
just buy
costs
all this
money.
stuff.
Yeah, it costs fucking money. It's a good thing that I already have most of the stuff already, so I don't need to really buy new things. I don't plan to buy new things at all, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing you have like hand me downs from your brother, which
Yeah,
is
I
the
had
top
hand me down, so I
quality.
really didn't
Yeah.
have to spend nearly as much as people trying to stream first
Uh
time.
huh.
I
So
had
you save
most
a
of
lot
the
of money.
stuff already.
So yeah. Well, do this as a hobby, you know. I'm not gonna like grind for this.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm just gonna do it whenever I feel like doing. Just have fun, you know.
All right, just like this podcast.
Yes, just like this podcast.
And we'll record another in about 6 months. Or I have no idea.
It wasn't that long. Maybe it was like what, 2 months?
Like 2 months, something like that.
Mhm.
We're going to do it a few weeks ago, but I think I kind of just forgot.
Which
So
is fine.
we just decided to do it now.
Yep. In the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night, we're both probably starting to fall asleep. A better
That's just
time to
you.
do it.
I ate coffee ice cream. I'm
You ate
pretty
coffee ice cream, so you're gonna be in the bathroom and you can't be won't be falling asleep anytime soon.
that was the day before. I ate some Brazilian food. I was in the bathroom. It was horrible.
Billiard food. Huh.
Yeah, the meat. This happens when you eat like meat that's not fully cooked. So it's
Ooh,
always a chance of you going to the bathroom.
ooh. Eating
Yeah.
meat.
It's like eating sushi, raw food. There's always a chance of you going to the bathroom.
Sushi is not raw in the
Yes,
United
it is.
States. Not in the
What are
United
you talking about?
States.
What?
They
What do you
have
mean
to
it's not
cook it
raw?
a little bit.
No, they don't.
That's the
Really?
FDA.
Really?
That's
So all that raw fish I've been
they will
eating is
not let you
cooked?
eat raw fish.
Oh,
It has
interesting.
to be cooked a little bit even.
It looks raw to me though. How'd they cook it then? I got Google this. That's
Uh,
interesting. I know they freeze it, like to kill the parasites in it, but I don't know about the cooking part.
whatever that. Or is it just sushi is not raw fish. That's sashimi. No, I thought it
Okay.
was. You can fact check me if you want. I'm pretty sure there's US FDA rules are they cannot serve you raw foods like that, like raw fish.
Hmm.
I have to double check that.
Well, anyway, I eat it,
Okay,
and there's always a chance of going to the bathroom.
great.
Yeah, yeah.
That's 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 wonderful. I'm happy for you. All right, anyway, that'll be a good ending note. You had digestion problems.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Sounds good. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.